Recently, I was sitting with a group of kids. Those kids were so cute as we were talking about where we're from, the languages our families speak, the different countries, the cities, the foods we eat, the dances that they do. They were so cute. It was like nobody had ever asked them, "Hey, tell me where you're from. What do you think about this? Can you share with me?" So they were so excited to share. You should have heard those stories. Those kids were just, seriously, they were amazing. Except I noticed there was this one little girl, and she had tears coming down her face. And I didn't understand why, because I knew her family was from Africa and what rich cultural traditions that they had. So I pulled her to the side and I said, "Sweetie, why are you crying? What's wrong?" And you know what she said to me? She said, "I'm ashamed. I'm sad because I don't know anything about where my family is from. I can't speak the language. My parents can. I can't. I've never been there. They have. I haven't. And I really want to go." And I tell them, but they said they don't have any time to take me. They're too busy. So I'm sad because I want to know. Wow, I felt her pain because I was once that little girl.
Tammy's talk resonated with me because I came to this country when I was 7, and because I'm a biracial product, I was so normalish, and I didn't have a place to fit in. It just brought it all together, and I'm about the empowerment of children and youth and women for cultural diversity.
I was raised in the Midwest, disconnected from my family's language and cultural heritage. See, my family is from Jamaica and Dominican Republic, but I was raised in Cleveland. Cleveland of all places. You know, today that might not be so uncommon, but back in the day, way back in the day, don't ask me how long ago, but way back in the day, that was very uncommon. I had a pretty standard childhood, Midwest childhood. You know, I had lots of friends. I participated in school, got good grades, didn't give my mother too many problems. And I made it home before the street lights. Anybody remember that? Yeah, street lights. But I always felt like something was wrong, like something was missing in my life. I was friends and people always used to tease me and tell me, "You're not really West Indian. You're not Latino. You're not even Black enough." Right, I'm not even Black enough, but I'm Black. So I always felt a little normalish. You know, maybe you feel normalish. Maybe your spouse, a colleague, another relative, or maybe even your child feels a little normalish. It's hard, and normalish is nothing new. You know, there goes Janet sitting over there not talking to anyone. I don't know what's wrong with her. Or there's little Johnny sitting in the corner again. But normalish is not okay. Normalish is hard. And frankly, normalish sucks. Really, really sucks. But when I finally found my place, it felt like home. Where was my place? It was college. College was the second best thing I had ever done in my life. I went to the best historically Black college and university in the nation, Howard University. Yes. And at Howard, I found groups of people that were like me, that had the same diversity and backgrounds. At Howard, you can find some of everyone to fit in with. And what I realized was The more I learned, the more I wanted to learn. The more I knew, the less normalish I felt. And it was so great. And what was even better was that I was in DC. I was now living in a world-class city that was so full of diversity, the people, the places, the things to do. How could my life not shift? How could it not be less normalish and come amazing? So, from college, let me tell you what was the first best thing that ever happened to me. The most amazing thing happened to me. I became a mother. And becoming a mother, if you're a parent, you know that the only thing you want for your child is to give them more than what you had, to make sure that they have a better life than what you had. And I want to make sure that my daughter's life is less than, beyond normalish. I want my daughter's life to be amazing, huge, amazing life I want for my daughter. There's something that I didn't share with you, is that I adopted my daughter from Ethiopia. And because I know what it feels like to be normalish, I want to make sure that she never feels like an outsider in her own skin. So, remember in the beginning, that story that I was telling you about that group of kids that I was sitting with? Well, my daughter is the reason that I was sitting with those kids. I started a company, and my company is Mully Lingua. And I started it because I want to make sure that my daughter understands the culture in which she was born into, the culture in which she's being raised in. At Mully Lingua, we support parents that want to raise globally aware and multilingual children.
I thought that Tami's speech was really interesting. You know, I work in international development, learning about your different culture and your language, how it can enrich all the other aspects of your life. You know, that's something that I do every day at my job. It's something that I really believe in.
And it's just very simple. It's all about kindness and love and compassion in a cultural, global community.
I think that's a real inspiration.
We believe that children should have a right to learn about, celebrate, and be proud of who they are. That they should have the availability and they have the right to learn another language and to learn about other cultures. And then that they should have access to the skills and the tools to allow them to operate effectively in a global economy. One of my favorite sayings is, in order to know where you're going, you have to know where you've been. So, no matter where you are today and what your normalish is, we should all strive to have a more than a normalish life. Thank you.